This is Pete, or Kenshin1913, along with
Mom.
And this is another Cooking with Kenshin1913. What are we going to be making today?
We're making Steak Pizzaiola, which is a meat dish that stretches someone's budget. So it's meat and pasta, and we're making our spin on it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, your ingredients are, I'm actually using stir-fry Angus beef strips. We have a 28-ounce can of crushed tomato sauce.
Yep.
Whole garlic.
Garlic is good.
I have garlic powder, oregano, a little onion powder, olive oil, and your spaghetti, and salt and pepper.
So let's get cooking. Alright, the first thing you want to do is start boiling your water for your pasta. And then you might want to throw a little bit of oil in this thing in your pan. And while that's starting to warm up, you're gonna want to start mashing up your garlic a little bit. Now, Mom, how about you?
Not really mashing.
Well, whatever.
I'm peeling.
You mind if I turn this on?
Sure. I'm peeling my garlic because you're actually going to use garlic pieces, not smashed garlic.
Yeah.
So I've taken a head of garlic already.
Now what you
my whole garlic, and I'm just taking all the skins off of it now.
Now what you could do, let's show the technique you're using there. So you cut off the top with a paring knife, and then you kind of just pull it back. You see what's going on there? You're cutting it off and peeling back. And that's pretty easy. Actually, one day we'll show you another way to use the garlic by smashing it. You can smash it with like a big bladed knife, right? And you really get all that peel off, because it can be a pain in the A to peel off the garlic skin.
Yeah, some people don't even do this. They buy the whole garlics already peeled, and they keep them in the refrigerator. Or someday you can just peel a bunch and do it yourself. You can put them with oil.
That's always good. Anyways, one thing I wanted to talk about is that we're using stir-fry strips. Should we start frying them or what? Yeah, I turned on the oil. Anyways, the one reason we fry or we cook it, steak of pizza, we call this fake pizzaiola because it is stir-fry strips with instead of the actual big pieces of meat. Now, what are those pieces of meat called, Mom?
They're called a chicken steak.
Yeah. Are you sure that's what they'd be called everywhere, though?
Most of the time they are, or you can ask your butcher. It's a small fillet of meat. It's not one that's, it doesn't have to be real tender, because when you're doing it with the whole piece of meat, you're letting it actually cook for a couple hours in the tomato sauce.
Yeah,
and we developed this recipe. That's why we call it fake pizzaiola, because it was something that we developed to cook quickly. Okay, we're almost done here with our garlic, and I'm going to put in the meat.
Yeah, because we want to get that meat pretty browned up before we
That's the key to this. You want to get your meat nice and brown, no matter what, if you're using the strips or you're doing the actual chicken steaks.
Yeah, you want to get a nice brown. And now, I'm going to lower the volume here. But yeah, you want to get your strips nice and brown. Even the regular meat, you want to get nice and brown. You're probably using a bigger pan if you're cooking. Are you sure it's chicken steak?
That's what they call it.
Oh, I always thought it was like some other type of meat. But anyways, so we use
it's a beef, but they call it a chicken steak.
Yeah, so we use these strips to kind of speed up the process, and you get the same flavor. And why is it called pizzaiola?
Because the sauce that you put in it is not like a regular sauce.
It's actually
we put oregano in it, so oregano is the only time we put when you're making pizza that you put oregano in your sauce.
Yeah. Now, We probably should have used a bigger pan because you kind of overcrowded this thing. But,
a little bit.
Yeah.
And again, if you're we're having this for about 5 people.
Yeah.
So a pound, a little over a pound is probably enough. If you're having it for a bigger family, then you're going to want to use more meat.
Yeah, but
same thing if you buy the chicken steaks. The chicken steaks are something that they're about like this big. They're not a big. It's a fillet
and then
of
we would
meat.
then we
And
would
you
cut
would
it in
do
half.
and then you would do one for each person.
Yeah, I thought we usually cut in half or something, right? Because I remember them being rectangular shaped. Anyways, do we want to season this with anything?
We're gonna let it start to cook first.
No, but no
Just a
salt and
little bit.
pepper or anything?
Not yet. Just in a few minutes.
So what does Steak Pizzaiola translate to? Like steak and pizza?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why it's so, it's a good recipe, but if you want to do Steak Pizzaiola the right way, which we might show one day, you really have to let that cook for a few hours.
Yeah, usually you brown your meat. You're going to do the same basic thing that we're going to show you here.
Yeah.
Except you're going to let it, and that would be in a big skillet with a cover.
Yeah.
And you're going to put the cover on it and let it simmer on low for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
And the meat gets nice and tender.
So we're going to cook this up. Are we going to season it?
So I'm going to put my salt now.
With a tiny bit of salt, some pepper, because that's not bad. Now you don't have to add this is optional. Well, not the pepper. I would add the pepper, but if you're trying to keep let me get the light on here, there we go. If you're trying to be a little more healthy or whatever, even though we don't use a lot of salt in our cooking, it's always nice to flavor everything. So what we're going to do is let these brown up real nice. Then we're going to throw in the garlic, right? Because we don't want to throw in the garlic now while the meat's cooking.
Because you don't want to burn your garlic.
Yeah, if you ever burn garlic, you might as well throw away whatever the hell you're cooking, because it's going to be no bueno.
Okay, what I am doing is I'm putting a little bit of garlic powder on the meat to season it.
So then...
And I'm going to put a little bit of onion powder.
So that's garlic powder and onion powder, probably about maybe a tablespoon.
Yeah, on each. So what you're doing is you're putting about a half a tablespoon now.
Yeah, and a half a
And
tablespoon
then
later.
you're going to flip it after it gets nice and brown, and then put another little bit of seasoning and keep mixing it around.
Yeah, so you want to flip it. And actually, what are we using? Spatula, or what do you want to use to flip it? Let me get one here. And just to kind of show you what's going on. Yeah. There you go.
And we're just going to let this keep getting nice and brown.
Now you see this right here? This on the side here? It's getting a nice crispiness. You don't gotta get that off. I was trying to show people.
Sorry.
Jeez.
There's some right there.
Anyways, that's good. That's going to be good flavor a little bit later. So actually, even though we kind of overcrowded the pan, since we have it on a high heat, you can actually, you actually be fine. But yeah, that's one mistake some people do, is they overcrowd a plate or they overcrowd the pan, and then it just takes a little longer for stuff to cook, because it takes more heat to heat up more stuff. Anyways, we'll be back when no, actually we're gonna season it, right? You would season this side.
I'm gonna wait a few minutes and then I'm gonna season it again.
So we'll be right back with this the meat all brown. All right, we're back. Look at this beautiful meat, yum. Nice and brown. Took about 5 minutes on the high heat there, 5-10 minutes on the high heat. Now my mom's gonna she's gonna dice up some garlic, throw it in there, get it, and then we're gonna cook this for just a couple of minutes. Then we're gonna throw in our sauce. Now, what kind of sauce are we using again, Mom?
This is crushed
tomatoes. Now, if you don't have crushed tomatoes, could you use tomato puree?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. And what about if you want to could you get fancy?
You could use whole tomatoes if you wanted, crushed, broken up.
Yeah, but no, let me ask you this question. Let's say there's a can at the store called pizza sauce. Could you use that if you wanted to? Let's say people wanted to skip this process.
Yeah, you could.
And just cook the meat, throw in pizza sauce. But here we're going to make our own pizza sauce in a way by doing this. Right? And it smells yum in here, by the way. Man.
With the garlic.
Yeah, you know how we're always saying smell-o-vision, but put that back on. Keep the list running, because it smells yum. Now make sure that you don't burn anything, but this looks pretty tasty. So So yeah, we're using crushed tomatoes. And the sauce that we're going to be making is a basic pizza sauce that you would make, which we will do a pizza episode. This is our 49th episode.
All right, now
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
a couple of minutes we stirred it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now I'm going to add my tomato sauce. We're
Yeah.
just going to check our pasta water as well because we want. You're going to lower your flame.
Yeah, you gotta lower the heat a wee bit. The pasta water is looking good. It's getting those little bubbles in. Because this pizza sauce really here, or the sauce that we're using, really is only gotta warm up. You know what I mean? Then you add your seasonings, like you might want, like you want to definitely season in stages, where you're gonna season your meat, then you're gonna season your sauce.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Now, as you can see, you've got some little bit of sauce left in your can.
Yeah.
Now what I do is I go to my sink.
Yeah.
I drizzle a little bit of water in here, and I'm
Yeah.
going to come back and show you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, like I said, this sauce is pretty easy because all you really do is you add the canned tomatoes, then you throw in the whole oregano, You put a little bit of pepper, and then you're basically done. I mean, you just let it cook for a few minutes. You know, really access that flavor, and then yeah.
So what I did is I drizzled my water around the can.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, and just to get all of the tomato sauce out of there.
Yeah, that's a good way to keep it up. Now, you probably want to get your heat a little higher again. Like if you put it on a medium, you might want to get it on high once again.
Right.
So now we're just going to kind of mix it together. Oh, look at that. This crushed tomatoes, this can has basil in it. How nice. So if you want to add basil, I guess you could, right?
You could. And so now what I'm going to do is that a few of my leftover cloves of garlic.
Yeah, you want to chuck those in.
I'm just going to put them on the top.
Mm-hmm. Now, when do you add your oregano? Your oregano.
Right after I do my
yeah.
garlic.
Yeah, so you want to season in stages, which is a good idea.
And for people who like a little hot, you could add some crushed red pepper to this.
Yeah.
To your taste.
Yeah.
Or you can put it on your own dish.
Now, in regular pizza sauce, you would not add garlic, right? No.
Yes, you do.
In regular pizza sauce, you add whole garlic.
Or garlic powder.
Yeah. We gotta make a pizza episode. Maybe that'll be our 50th. As I was mentioning before, this is our 49th episode.
If you have some fresh garlic, fresh oregano in
Go
your
right
garden,
ahead, yeah,
you can
definitely.
you can put that in as well.
Yeah, we usually use the bottled stuff, but if you got the fresh stuff, go right ahead.
Even fresh garlic. We're growing garlic.
Yeah, we're
this year.
actually growing some garlic. It's coming out pretty nice.
Okay, this is gonna continue simmering for maybe 5 minutes until the pasta water is ready. We're gonna throw our pasta in, and then we shut the meat.
Yeah, we'll shut this off. Anyways, what you want to do, if you want, you can season your water at this point with a little salt. We're not gonna. So yeah, we'll be back, and we will show you what the finished sauce looks like, and then we will plate it up. All right, our pasta is ready, and look at how nice our sauce has gotten. It reduced quite a bit. Look at that nice redness on it. It's a little darker, but that's fine. That's the kind of sauce you want when you're making a pizza sauce. Mamma mia! It is so tasty. It's a lovely. Anyways, yeah, we let that boil down, or we let it cook down probably about 10 minutes or so. You know, just about as long as it took for the pasta to cook. And now what we're going to do is add the spaghettis in here. And spaghettis is the usual thing that you want to cook with this. But you could use other things like, I don't know, rigatoni. Well, no, I don't know. What else? You can really use whatever the hell you want. Now here comes the coup de grace here. Right in there. Look at that. Lovely pasta. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Now what you want to do is going to get some tongs or whatever, and you're just going to kind of mix it all up. Get it all delish. You know what I'm talking about? And this is Steak This is fake pizzaiola. I was about to say, you know what? There we go. Anyways, go ahead, MOM. Show them how it's done.
Now you can put this in a big serving bowl.
Yeah, we should have. We could have made it
like.
all fancy schmancy.
Yeah, you can make it nice and fancy.
Yeah.
You can also put some cheese on it if you like.
Yes, that is one thing I would suggest. Adding a little pecorino romano or Parmesan cheese, whatever you really want. Now you're going to get excess sauce, which you can always use if you're a true Italian, to soak up with some bread.
Yeah, now as we mentioned, this is something that stretches your meal dollars, and you could have some garlic bread on the side.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You can have some vegetable
you
on
can
the
even,
side.
usually we like to eat like peas, some sort of green thing in here. Because then I call it the typical Italian meal because it's red, white, and green. So doesn't that look delicious?
Now even these strips, as you can see, if you wanted them smaller, you could actually cut them in half.
Yeah.
When you're cooking them.
So let's plate it up.
Okay.
Alright, so let's look at our fake pizzaiola. Doesn't it look delicious, huh? It's nice and hot. You got some meat, you got some stuff. You could sprinkle a little bit of cheese. I'm not going to bother. So let's give it a taste.
The main thing is making a good flavor.
Yeah, and make sure it's not so hot. And yeah, you definitely want to twirl up the spaghetti.
Enough flavor in it?
Oh yeah, you can really taste that oregano. That's good.
And I love garlic, so
yeah.
The more the garlic, the more I'm happy.
Most Itais do. So this has been, this is just really good. You get sort of it's not like overkill pizza sauce, but it's good, and then you get the nice meat here too. It's not bad, and it tastes like it's been cooked almost all day. You know what I mean? So this has been me, or Kenshin1913, along with
Mom.
And this has been another Cooking with Kenshin1913.
Enjoy and happy eating.